Okay, so this guy's back.
So, so the main thing of this video is remakes, and we're gonna talk about the good remakes, the bad remakes, and why, and the originals, and why the bad ones are bad and why the good ones are good. So we started on Ghostbusters, and we said that the reason the new one is so bad is because they completely abandoned everything the originals were good for, and they simply used the theme and the name, which is shitty writing, because they didn't want to have to write an actual new story, and they wanted to take characters that were already male and put females in the place of them to make these heroic females, when they could have just made heroic females by themselves.
Yeah,
because you know
like,
what?
just as a gimmick. They keep saying it's not a gimmick, it's not a gimmick.
It's all
It's a fucking gimmick. They didn't need to do it that way. They could have done it where they brought in, you know, half of them were females and then really build up those females as strong characters. But they female washed it as a stick. Like, it was these are the female Ghostbusters, and they don't tell me that they didn't do this as a fucking
Gimmick.
As a gimmick, because that's what all they pushed in marketing was females. Because if it wasn't a gimmick, they wouldn't have said shit about it. It would have just been like,
it would have.
They're just the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
It would have just.
But
been
all they did was push girl power, so it's a gimmick.
Yeah, and the thing is in marketing they would have just been like, this is just a movie. I don't know why you're pushing the girl thing. And also, problem, they made it a reboot.
Yeah,
I think
that is one of the major.
I think with the Ghostbusters, they should have made it a sequel. They should have worked with it being a sequel, because that puts them in the same world, puts the original Ghostbusters, and they couldn't.
It still puts them up on the pedestal. Like, they're still the best. They were the original.
Yeah, but
here's something.
But then these females said, I can do that. Yeah. These females saw it and said, no, I can do that, and then they followed in their footsteps, and then they paved their own way. That is what could happen. There's a huge controversy about that. You know, there not being enough girl power. Girl leads. If you have not watched Stranger Things, look me in the
video eyes in the computer screen.
Watch that, because 11 is the littlest girl, most badass I've seen, and she's freaking awesome, and she's only 12 in real life, and she's an amazing actor. She's probably a way better actor now than I will ever be, ever. She's that good. Like, I saw some other stuff that she had been in, and she played in this movie where she had a serial killer's ghost inside of her that would take over her body, and at one point she drowns the family cat, and then wakes up as herself, and then she's just like crushed, and you're watching this like 11, 12-year-old little girl just get torn apart, and you're like, whoa, like, she is 12, like, that's, so she's an amazing girl lead, and they also did the same thing with rebooting Battlestar Galactica. When they rebooted Battlestar Galactica, they changed characters, and
the whole thing of it has nothing to do with the original Battlestar Galactica. Setting aside the gender swapped characters, setting that aside, which I still don't like that they changed those characters, because I like the original characters. The feel, the world, it's all different. Nothing was the same as the original. They changed everything. All it was the names, the name of the show, and that there were Cylons in it.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with whenever they take a property, they wash everything that makes that property what it is, and then try to make something new and use the name.
Yeah.
They did it with RoboCop.
Yeah, that's.
They did it with
Point Break.
They did it with Point Break.
RoboCop.
Total Recall.
Total bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I love Colin Farrell, and that movie's good by itself, but
they should not have called it Total Recall.
Yeah.
It should have been something else.
Yeah.
It would have done better if it was something else.
Because I like the thing that they do these reboots and they do these remakes because they know that people are going to want to go to it and see the hints towards the original that are in the movie. Like, there was a hint in Total Recall to the whole face changing, and they put it in the trailer For those people who know the original to
So you
go,
go,
oh wait, that's in the original, so I gotta go. Is the 3 boob chick gonna be in this one? And she was, and you're like,
Yeah.
like that's. And then after that, it's all its own movie in a bad way.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked a lot about the bad. We've talked about so Total Recall, bad remake. Ghostbusters, terrible remake.
Terrible.
Point Break, terrible remake. I mean, there's a lot of remakes out there. So we've talked about the bad, and I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more bad. Now we're gonna get into the either good looking, because they're not out yet, or the good. So one of the really good ones that I thought kind of was like, okay, I can watch this and then still watch the original and it'd be fine. Was The Thing.
True. Yeah.
The Thing was a good remake.
It wasn't a remake though. That was
Continuation.
A prequel.
Continuation. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a prequel.
Yeah, it was a prequel.
That's also interesting when they do that. When they go back and they do a prequel, and then that,
Sometimes they can fuck it up, but I feel
Yeah.
like that has extra points because it is still connected to the original.
yeah, and they're
not
trying.
to.
They're not trying to branch off.
Yeah, it's still there. Like it's not branching the fuck off. Like
You're not having to rename characters and change characters because the main character in The Thing was a female and she was a badass, and it was a prequel. It was
the new thing.
Yeah, the new thing.
Yeah.
There was a prequel to Kurt Russell's badassness and the old one. So
in that I have no problem that it was a female lead.
Yeah.
Because they didn't try to remake the original and then take a female and put her in Kurt Russell's thing.
We are men, but we are not sexist. We just hate it when they write shit that is dumb.
That's stupid.
It has nothing to do with it being a male or a female. They just do that more often.
They do.
Because
Evil Dead, for example, like, holy shit, that is a horrific movie.
yeah.
You see the original and you're like, damn, that's terrifying. But then you go to nowadays and you see like the when
new
she's
one, yeah.
stabbing him in the
Oh, and he takes it out of his eye.
Yeah.
And that's another one where they replaced the lead character with a female.
Yep, like
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Didn't have because
Yep.
she was.
I
badass.
love that movie.
She was badass.
She was
Yeah.
badass.
Oh, I love that.
Now-
was great.
That's one that is a complete remake, and they were gender swapped. It is literally just writing.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with if you're swapping a man and a woman. If the writing is there and it is good,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, it just has to be good. Just make something good.
That's right.
Please! like you said, like Evil Dead, perfect. That is my favorite remake of any remake.
Oh,
that
perfect.
That probably does have to be my favorite remake because that movie is just freaking gold.
It's great.
I
did not think about this until just now. A remake that is literally my favorite. Over Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Mad Max Fury Road.
That was a
It's
good
not
one.
a specific remake of one of the Mad Max. It's kind of a continuation, but it's a remake because they recast everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
That movie is fucking amazing.
Well, you
And, hey,
know
what's that?
why that's amazing.
What's that? That's another lead female character.
Yeah. Charlie.
Call us sexist. Fucking do it.
That's another one. But yeah, that's my conversation of what I think about remakes, reboots, and the piece of shit Ghostbusters movie that I won't see until somebody hands it to me.
There's good movies. There's bad movies. There's even worse movies that we didn't even get into.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
just
know.
a few of them.
Yeah.
But thank you for being our guest, Jake. That was
Yeah.
definitely a good topic. Hopefully we get to have you again, sir.
See you next time.
See you next time.
I'll probably see you sometime because we're brothers.
Yeah.
Like it if you liked it.
Don't if you don't.
Subscribe below.